take the time to turn down the music and then switch to me, but I don't. I just pause it. Good morning. I just took a shower. Graham is here. She's not here in the room. She's in the other room. But she is here to help us paint our mural. So I'm very excited. Oh, and I also made myself a little fake bacon. So it's a good little morning. How's my mic? I feel like it's turned up. Good morning. I feel like it's turned up more than it usually is. Maybe that's right. Anyway, yeah, very excited about that. I also showered and did my skincare. I don't know if you can tell. So I look sickly because I don't have makeup on, but my skin is very clean. Oh, I forget to turn it on basically every day. Vivi remembered to turn it on. But yeah, good morning. Hopefully Twitch is better behaved today. Because yesterday was infuriating with the bitrate. Well, that's okay. Today's a new day. Penlez, I gotta be honest, I didn't know you worked. I thought they just let you sit around in Ireland and be cute. And I thought if you didn't do that, then you were married to a very handsome farmer. Are you doing neither of those things? Oh no! Good morning. Yesterday, I think OBS was having a fit. Really, I don't think it was really Twitch. But anyway, I kept like dropping frames and freezing. Which is rude. Start a petition. The cart around me and feed me grapes act devastated me. Cart me around. I can't read. No one look at me. I know it's very rude. But today's a new day. Today's a new day. Grandma's here. Hello. Thanks for being here. I, am excited. I think we'll, as implied by the title, I think we'll work more on our Stardew overlay. What is old-timey mode of transportation you think should come back? I personally think a horse and carriage is a massive sleigh. I would like to bring back before everyone had cars. Although I guess if you're in the UK, maybe you already feel this way. But I wish that more people took... I wish it was easier, I guess, to take a train places. And I don't know if Seven's here, but it would be like you have to take the train to get anywhere, or at least Seven does. But to me, a train is like I've never been on a train. I've been on the monorail at Disney World, which is like, and I've been on the subway, which is technically a train, I guess. A donkey would be truly a sleigh. An old-timey mode of transportation that you think we should bring back. I would like to be carried around like a queen in Game of Thrones. I can't even picture driving on the roads in somewhere like London. Like, when you look at a picture of it, there are cars on the road. But anytime you're watching a movie, the people you're watching are usually in a taxi or whatever, Those cars in the Flintstone, that's because it isn't a real place where people live. It isn't. People do not, there's no way. It's just like, if you live somewhere like that, do you just feel like you're in a movie all the time? Oh, actually, I would say these double-decker buses is how I would like to get around. Look at this. You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me you don't want to sit on the very top of that bus? I would be so cute. One sharp turn and we're goners. And the rest of London are all imaginary. I think it's like, not that they're imaginary, it's like, y'all know, do y'all know the Truman Show with Drew Carey? What? With Jim Carrey? That's how I feel like London is. Like, I'll go there one day, and they'll be like, hello, mate. Did you want to see the Queen? This is her house. She's dead. You know? And then I leave, and they're like, whew, long day at work. You know? It's not a real place, though. Can't be. It's a movie shop. Around New York sometimes I'm like, this is medieval times. No one can convince me otherwise. No, exactly. The shambles. Edinburgh. Doesn't seem real. Duke of Edinburgh. The car from the Lorax. What was I looking at? The shambles. It sounds like a band. In York. York just doesn't seem like enough letters for a town. This is Diagon Alley and you're lying to me. This is not a real place. There's no way. That's why they made a new one. That was so funny, bitch. Why does it look like that? That's a movie set. Listen, I know I'm stupid, but Caitlin, were you here yesterday on stream? York isn't a town, baby. It's a city. Does town and city mean something different where you're from? They're like interchangeable here. Oh, wait. Do you mean town is in the suburbs? Yesterday, I was like, there's someone who watches stream who's from Scotland. And Pinless was like, well, it's not me. Because they're Irish. I'm literally horrifying. I walk through the shambles every day and it haunts me. Anna and Jake, why aren't we FaceTiming each other? They're still interchangeable here. Interesting. It is me. I knew it was someone. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not just confusing them. We're all still waiting on the Scots to out themselves. I think it was just a microaggression at meme. You should. It doesn't seem real. How are the people dressed there? I noticed that in all these photos, there's no people. Isn't that interesting? Like, how would a Starbucks even be there? Little shambles. When I go to Europe, I'm going to have to take an empty suitcase just to fill with little things that I buy. Should we figure out who lives the closest to a castle? I guess not, because then somebody will dox themselves. Share your little shambles. Where does the Old Navy go? Look at this pie shop. You're going to look at me and you're going to tell me this isn't just the set of Sweeney Todd? I live by a Burger King. I assume he lives in a castle. A city will typically be larger than a town and have multiple places of worship and several meeting points. Traditionally, in England and Wales, city status was given to settlements with diocesan cathedrals, though it is no longer a requirement. Victoria Street, Edinburgh. No. Victoria. What? Okay, this is cool. This does look like a real city because San Francisco has like a place kind of like this. It looks like something they did to promote tourism. Mrs. Lemon definitely lives in that shop. Especially in F Street. Okay, I know that Europeans make fun of Americans when they say this, but it looks like Disney World. The most I know about the UK is what I've learned from Pride and Prejudice and Sweeney Todd. I would say the most I've learned is probably from watching The Crown, which I still haven't seen the latest season of. Are these are all shops? Victoria Gallery. It seems like every shop is for art. Do people not buy like iPod chargers? I can't believe Europe would copy Disney World. Literally, I feel like every picture we look at, they're like, see my art. You eat the art there. Mmm. Yeah, where's y'all's Walmart? Americans say they want a walkable city until they can't get every single thing that they need on their grocery list in one place. Look at this. Oh, because they drive on the other side. I was like, why is it parked like that? No one look at me. Sale shop. This is a drug front. All vape shops and closed units. Oh my god. Here is the problem, is if we are pregnant soon, when are we going to Seven's house? What I'm hoping is that Seven has a wedding in Europe. And then everyone in stream will make it a 2-week affair. We'll magically all get rich by then. Listen, Dorian, that's literally Phoebe on Mondays or Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Today they have to go to the store and they also have to go buy paint for me. And they're going with Graham. I just assume in the UK it's like Walmart with a haberdashery attached. Haberdashery is a very British sounding word. I don't know where it originates from. Let me see. Can I do like England, Walmart, Asda? Okay, hang on. No, not map. Oh my god, please don't give me a map. They don't operate any stores in England, but they're a parent company of the supermarket chain Asda. No, I mean, that's looking like a Walmart. My friend lives on a street that has like 20 fabric haberdashery shops on it. Look at this. Hey, what is this photo? Is this some British thing that I don't get? Why are they doing that? As the crow flies, as the prophecy foretold. They do this when you walk in the store? Hey, what's going on there? They're like, we're not Walmart. No, no, no. That's how British people greet each other. Why are they doing that? Now, this kid's definitely British. That's 100%, yeah. That person certainly says liter and meter. For the extra change you save with their prices. Asda 24 hours. Hee hee. It looks like an IKEA. I mean, it doesn't, but it's just because of the... That's Asda price. Their food makes your butt Probably Will o' the Wisp. It was a pretty, like, diverse photo. Much better than Walmart would have done. This is cute. This makes it look like a world market. Oh my god, can I buy a t-shirt? No. No. These are just for England. It's a 24-hour, and it's a liminal, excuse me, pace. Tesco. Let's see. Tesco's a gas station here, isn't it? Oh, this is like Costco. Right? Is it owned? I bet. Let me see. Who is Tesco? Nope. Owned by. Oh no, it was by them. 1919. His business grew very quickly. There were 100 Tesco's by 1939. Okay, well that wasn't as interesting as I thought it was going to be by Costco. Images. No, we have Costco. It's like Target or Walmart. Tesco is another supermarket. Hey, I was just going by the colors, mate. Look at this. This is really... My eye doesn't know where to look. Does it really look like this? Or is this like a crazy sale photo that they took? This looks more normal with the blues. That's extra busy, but kinda. Tesco Express. Oh, here's a map. Oh my god. Hey, Pinlez, where do you go grocery shopping? According to this map, you don't have any grocery stores. England versus New England. Oh my gosh. Seven. I want to walk through Seven's grocery store live stream. Tesco Lotus. Who is that? Innocent Smoothies. Is that what that says? Am I... Hang on, I have to open this in a new tab. How do I zoom in? Hang on. I'm onto something here. I can feel it. I'm figuring it out. Does that not say Innocent Smoothies? If it wouldn't finally dox me, I would stream grocery shopping just for you. Thank you. It's the thought that counts. Put us in your pocket, go to the store. Innocent Smoothies. Where are the guilty smoothies? Oh, this is very fancy. Welcome to the grocery store. Would you like a little date? Sinful smoothie. Those are called milkshakes. You're not wrong. When you're right, you're right. This is a flawed smoothie justice system. Amazing. Now that is really bonkers. Did Pinless say where they do their grocery shopping? Let's find out. Grocery stores. No. In Ireland. How to go grocery shopping in Ireland. Super Value Marys. Oh my god. This is only 3. You're lying. Super Value. Oh no, there's 222. Whew. Oh, it says there are Tesco's. There's Aldi's? Why do they have Aldi's in Ireland, but I don't have one in the Pacific Northwest? Date at the big Tesco. Lidl. They were in Europe first? Why don't I have one? First Aldi. Germany, 1913. That's very old. 6,500 stores across 11 countries now. My name is Morgan. My pronouns are she, her. Sorry, I'm too busy talking about Aldi. And the way that Tesco dates are the best. Papier. Paper, that's how I want to say your name. Like a fun little French word. Aldi is cheap, but I've gotten food poisoning. Oh no. We didn't buy that much food from Aldi, honestly. It was mostly like my sister-in-law just got a like swinging chair that you like attach to like a tree, like a limb, you know what I mean? It's like a hammock, but you're sitting instead of laying. I forget what they're called. Is it little? Is it really little? How to say little? Lidl. Okay, that's not as cute as little. Because it's little. Sexy little grocery store. Little. Little. Lidl. Right. Should we go to the grocer? Grossier. Grossier? Grocer. It's definitely grosser. That's how Helena Bonham Carter says it. Bonham? What a lovely morning we've had learning about grocery stores. Poor thing. Grocery store. Grocery. I do my grocery shopping at Lidl. I go to Aldi and get my little almond croissant, my little bottle of 450 it must be 450 pound vodka, and my strawberry kiwi vape. I think that's spot on. They're gonna love me over there. £4.50. Right, thank you. That's what I meant to say. £4.50. £4.50. There's no way you're saying all that. Do you genuinely always say it like that, or would you just say 450? Like if you're talking to a friend and they're like, "Oh my god, I love your shirt," and you're like, "Thanks. It was 450." Oh, okay, cool. Gotta know that so I can keep up conversation. I googled quid once. So when I googled it only in let's see, in 1970. Whoa, hold on. How much was 2 quid? £11. And still have England money. It's just slang. That doesn't mean anything to me, though. How much is quid? How much is a quid? Oh, no. I want to know how many. Oh, I see. It's like saying bucks. Yeah. Yeah. I lived in Ireland for a year, but I'm Canadian. I'll pay you, yeah. In Rocket Man, he says, like, I'll pay you 2 quid a week each. And then in another one, they say, like, they're getting 50 quids a month. And I was like, oh, okay. And I Googled it that day. And I think it must have already done the inflation for me. Because it said it was, like $15 or $16. And so I was like, oh, all right. But what I really wanted to know was how much it actually was. I return, why are we talking pens? Well, Pinless, I asked where you go grocery shopping and you weren't here. So I Googled it, found out that you have Aldi in Ireland. Talked about that for a while. I practiced my British accent, and now we're talking about quid. No, it's not. Us Americans trying to figure out currency. And little? I tell you what, I could not do an Irish accent. Not to save my life. That's for sure. I've just gotten to where if someone is already doing an Australian one, I can like kind of repeat it. That's it though. Understanding British money. What's a quid? A shilling? No, there's no way. None of you are saying shilling. Absolutely not true. Modern British money slang. Ladies, gentlemen. Hello, good morning. Unless said you'll never fucking find out where I grocery shop. A 5-punt note in 2015 at my first job. Only in D&D do I mention shillings. There's certainly no way anyone's saying shilling. You can have 1 quid, 5 quid, a million quid, but you don't have quids. This is actually a helpful article. Pence is ladies, shilling is gentlemen, and that makes sense. And then we call 1,000 a grand. That makes sense. We do that too. Mike Pence in the shadow, Mike Shilling. You're right. Yeah, shilling, there's no way anyone's saying. Amounts in pence are often abbreviated as P. Pronounced P. For example, a public toilet might require 30. Hey, are you guys paying to go to the bathroom? Tell me if you are. That's something I have to prepare for. Pronounced P. 50 piss. What? Why? What happens if you have no money? You piss on the floor? For what? What are you paying for? Didn't you already buy a ticket? This is absolutely... Hey, look at this. 1 penny, 2 pence, 5 pence, 10 pence. This one's kind of like an octagon. You don't have to pay if you piss on the street. You beg on the street like Oliver and say you're a British orphan. Oh, they're like bathroom attendants? If you have no money, just go to McDonald's. If you don't have a McDonald's, you're out of luck. Oh, no. If you wanted to pee in this place in Mexico, you paid 50 cents. But it was because like it was like a super remote town and it cost them so much money to get water that far anyway. That's why. The street toilets in Ireland that raised up from the inside of the sidewalk at night. Now, see, I don't know if you're joking. Street toilets. Street toilet is the name of my band. People piss outside all the fucking time. You could tell us anything and I'd be like, wow, street toilet. There are barely any public toilets as someone who has to pee constantly. That is something. We get free healthcare, but you have to pay to piss. Okay, honestly, I get it. That's bonkers. So in the US, most people, let me think. Most people my age at least, when I say they have no cash money, I am being 100% serious. And the only reason I have literally like $45 in cash right now is because I just sold some stuff on Facebook Marketplace. I forget to piss in my own toilet at my own home and y'all are pissing on the street. So, like, do they take card? In Australia, we get free healthcare and piss for free. So this is hard to explain, I guess, but Phoebe's, like, second cousin is dating someone from New Zealand, which I know is in Australia, but bear with me, because they're closer than, the U.S. Anyway, and he, had never been, like, off of, like, the New Zealand island, like, continent, I guess, or not continent, area. And he came to the U.S. and he was here for like a month visiting them in Bend, Oregon. And he said it was like incredible. They took him to Disney World and he did not like it. He's not a ride rider apparently. I have not met him yet, but I have met Phoebe's second cousin and she's lovely. But this morning last night we were talking about them and I was like, do you think they'll get married and she'll move to New Zealand? And they were like, no, I hope not. We really like her. We don't want her to move. And I was like, I would. If I was dating someone from another country, are you kidding me? I would be living my P.S. I love you, but in New Zealand life. They're trying to install contactless card readers on almost anything that requires payment, but isn't, man. Oh, okay. The magpies keeps us from our toilets. The UK saves pennies for a pissy day. More like piss, I love you. A friend on every continent by 2025. Yeah. Exactly. Where the heck is shilling? They still haven't said anything about shilling. They're lying. Until 1984, there was a half penny. That's a halfpenny, right? You're lying. Who is this? I propose to everyone who has European citizenship. Antarctica chatters rise up. Add it to my pussy thing. Is there a £1 banknote? To many, this isn't, of course not. What? But even today, there are £1 banknotes still in production. Issues them. You guys don't have a dollar? Hold on. You don't have a dollar? Have y'all got a hard dollar? Is that why? Oh, you got a hard dollar. The notes are definitely fake. Y'all don't have no dollar? The notes don't look like that anymore. Oh, yeah. Is there new money now? British money right now. No. No, because the new guy should be on it, right? We got a hard dollar, too. We don't have it. Well, we have one, but nobody uses it. The paper money changed ages ago. Where's the... I want King Charles money. King Charles money. Oh, my God. He looks awful. Sorry to that man. This one's better than this one. Now, I love that every other country has different colors for things because that would make everything so much easier.
Time doesn't exist, friends.
They took the lady away. Isn't that fun? Doesn't that make it so much easier? It's also like Phoebe worked with a couple of Chinese international program students at the Disney College program. Oh, look, it's Diana's ex-husband. I'm gonna be king. Everyone vote for me. Anyway, and they had the hardest time with dealing with money, and I was like, oh, it's funny. Like, you know, their money can't be like that different. And they were like, no, it's very different. Also, it's different colors, and when you're used to just looking at the colors, it would be really hard to go to a system where everything's the same color. Let's see. Hang on. Let me look up Chinese money note. Chinese money plant is what keeps trying to come up. Everyone should just decide not to use the money with his face on it for fun. Eurolifts. And they literally rise up from the sidewalks. That's bonkers. Okay, see? This is extremely easy to understand. Look at that. Why isn't our money like that? See, they have a $1. England, I'm looking at you. Let's look at American money for everyone else. Look at this. Boo. That's horrible. Bland. Boring. Ew. Gross. Okay. All right, y'all can't make fun of the fact that I can't fucking spell Australian. Hey, why isn't Steve Irwin on this money? They've got a good point. Famous Australian. This is cool. That's beautiful. Everyone take notes. Stunning. Amazing. Crikey. There are also different sizes for the blind. Are they really? They all look the same size in this photo. They're tricking me with their fanning out system. Who are these people? This looks like a freaking art piece. I do have a Canadian quarter somewhere. I think eventually when we do go to Europe, we'll have to get fun Europe money. No. Canadian money. Thank you. Hey! Okay, that's too small. School money. I almost said Canada. It's nice. Fun Europe money, you mean the euro? Hey. Maple syrup money. Yeah, ours smells like trash. We do have Braille on it. 35 total Canadian dollars. This person's selling it for $105. Can I not just go to the Canadian bank and be like, here's a 50 in American money? Can I have a 50 in Canadian money? Since the noted money switched to plastic coated, I wish it's worth $20. Imagine telling someone you bought yours off eBay. Does America not have bureau de change? If you go to like an international airport, they usually have like it's not called that. What the heck is it called though? It's like an exchange. What do you call place where take foreign money, get American money? I typed it really good for anyone who was paying attention. Currency exchange. Thank you. Yeah, if you go to like a super international airport, there's typically a currency exchange place. In Disney World at Guest Relations, we would exchange currency. It didn't happen super often. We had to fill out like this super long paperwork for it. Because typically folks would just like exchange it beforehand. But it did happen every now and then. It was almost always European though. Like rarely was it like Chinese or like it was almost always England. But the like exchange rate changes every day, like barely, but essentially. And so we had to like do math to be like, okay, for your $500 you get $400.65 or whatever, you know. Let's see. Who should we look up last? Scottish money. Pound sterling? I don't think I will. Who's sterling? Hey. Who's this guy? They look sad. Here's what happened when we try to spend Scottish money in Basildon town. Hey, this is too small. Give me big money. Who's this? Who is that? I think that's just the Sismith smile. Why is he so mad? He's Scottish. Scottish Beethoven. Got me again. Who is this man? Can I find out who it is? Okay, this is not anything to me. I hate how much they say specimen. I give up. I don't want to know who that man is. Who cares? Not me. I'm done looking at money now. Aren't allowed to accept Scottish money because of their bank safe drop systems. That's bonkers. In America, if you can't take cash for some reason, like especially right after the pandemic, people really lost their minds and they would be like, this is good money and you're denying good money and da-da-da. It didn't happen to me or anything. But like, I could see it the opposite. Like if people were like, we're not taking card, we're only taking cash, and for you to be annoyed and leave. But like the people who were making a big deal about it were always like white, middle class to rich Americans who definitely also have a card and they just didn't want to use it. And I'd be like, why are you yelling? Just use your card. I love card. My bones hurt picking out the notes stuck on my hurty bones. And she goes, I'm paying with real money. And I was like, ew. We're only supposed to take contact with the same amount of people who screamed at me about it. It's insane. It's bonkers. Hello. I bet you did amazing on your exam. We are once again working on a Stardew overlay. Heck yeah, Pinless. It's because we talk so much about money. About British money and American money and Australian money. In Australia, I don't know about Australia actually. In Fiji, where Hannah was just visiting, they're 20 hours ahead. And it makes my head explode. Because Hannah, when she got there, was like, so like right now it's like, let's say 9 a.m. on Wednesday. It would be like, let's see. Oh, man. It would be like 5 a.m. on Thursday there. That's too far away. I don't think time zones should work like that. In Australia, it's 2:20 a.m. Thursday. That's so many. How is it like that? Thank you for my eggs.
Eggs and hash browns.
Thanks for my eggs and hash browns. Look, I got second breakfast. Hello from the future. That doesn't make any sense to me. Beeper eats. Oh, you can't see my blue chicken. Hold on. There he is. How do they live in the future? I'm confused. Yeah, what's your wisdom from the future? What advice can you give us lowly old times people? I would like a brown cow from Stardew Valley. Hannah time traveler confirmed. You haven't rotated far enough yet. Hey, you don't know what I'm capable of. Money, money, money. Must be funny. In a rich man's world. Okay, it seems like this might be the closest I'm gonna get. Copy. Whoa. And I'm also gonna flip it. Bam. Go to bed before 2:20 a.m. Well, they knew the queen died before us. Will they also know when the world ends before us? I think what's so bonkers about the day that the queen died, it's just like, it's the first, like, and I'm not trying to be a bummer, but I guess it kind of is. Content warning for kind of a bummer. It's the first, like, major historical event that I've lived through where it wasn't, like, that important to me personally. Does that make sense? Like, one day, our kids will be like, oh my god, we just learned about how Queen Elizabeth was, like, super old. People celebrated. I think also it's like, because I've always lived here, right? I literally cannot imagine living in a place where they have a queen. Genuinely. Like, you guys really have a princess. Do you think about that? Like, there's literally a princess of England. You know, like... I was on a Zoom call. My partner disappeared at the Zoom and silently gestured a crowd and then being dead. Aren't there multiple? I was also on stream. We try to let people not come in a chat and say when people have died because it's really stressful sometimes to other people. Presidents are also funny to us. That's true, but the president doesn't have a princess. That's like a job you want when you're 3 years old. Are there multiple princesses? No, right? Because there's only... Because Charles only has... Because what's his ass abdicated? Working the memorial around that weekend. Didn't connect the dots. Thought it was super weird that we were hanging up American flags. When the Queen has just died. Was it around then? We just got a crummy prime minister. President isn't a job for, like, being in the royal family. I know. When we watch The Crown, Phoebe is always like, I feel so bad for them. And I need y'all to know that if I die and come back in the royal family, I would freaking kill it. I don't know if you guys have seen The Crown, and again, the real people are awful, but the people in The Crown are much more enjoyable. And it's like the Elizabeth and then her younger sister Margaret. Like, Margaret's the one who really wanted to be in the spotlight and really wanted to be the queen, but she couldn't because the arbitrary rules that they made up a million years ago. And that would be me. I would be Margaret. I'd be so good at it if they would just let me. Phoebe's like, they have their whole day planned every day from the time that they're like 3. And I was like, and I would thrive. The only princess with pink hair. I have a crush on Gillian Anderson, and I have a crush on Margaret Thatcher. Phoebe didn't even know that it was Gillian Anderson. They literally had truly no idea that it was her. Because it doesn't look like her at all. And it really doesn't. Anyway, yeah, now there's only princess.
It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the Muppets on the Muppet Show tonight.
Thank you so much. Solo but not Han. I remember this one.
Yeehaw.
Thanks for being
Love
here.
goofs. Thanks for the giggles.
Thank you. Glad that you're here. Welcome back. If you weren't here yesterday, my name is Morgan. My pronouns are she, her. We are currently making a Stardew Valley overlay. This is becoming tradition. I love that. Okay, well, I can't get a pink slime picture. What other colors of slime are there? Purple? Oh, this one doesn't have a hat, though. I want one. I would love one that has a hat. Welcome. I'm trying to find a slime right now. It's not going super well, but I believe in me. Oh my gosh. Copy image, please. Hello, hello. No, I don't think you can just change the colors on things on Canva. It's not like Procreate. Does that make sense? In a way, aren't we all trying to find a slime right now? You're so right, bestie. When you're right, you're right. It technically now has a little white outline, but I think I can live with it. It's fine. Is it technically wrong? Yes, but I'll live. I'll make him further away. Okay, cute, right? Pink Junimo? Yeah, I think I'm gonna put the Junimos right here. And then I think also we can like just leave this blank, and that's where I'll put the alerts. Okay. That's not right. Is it right? I literally can't spell to freaking save my life, y'all, and I apologize about that. Okay, here's one. He's huge. He's massive. Stardew cows, I would love to give a kiss on their head. I think I love the chickens the most. Hello, how are you, my love? I haven't seen you in so long. Nice. Okay, let's see. Who else? We've got purple and blue. I definitely want one holding the thing. Is this guy holding it? Copy image. Oh, I love a good sandwich. The ducks are really... I've never gotten a duck. I've never made it that far. Oh, no. Fuck. Okay, hang on. Hold on, everyone. Oh, my God. So scary. I wish I could make the brush square. That'd be helpful. Oh no. How do I undo what I just did? Okay. Oh man, this is scary. Whew. Oh my God. Speak your truth, Gert. I will speak my truth. Thank you. I will speak my truth, Gert. I will Gert my truth. Oh man, this is bad. It's okay. He'll be really small. No one will notice. No one better notice. Okay, and I think he looks good. I will speak my truth, Gert. I'm still not over the shambles. Which was terrifying. As it is clearly a TV set that you've tricked me into believing is a real place. Oh, no. Okay, you know what? That's fine. I'll allow it. Perfect. Close enough. I'm calling that a day. Oh my God. Is that everyone? Okay, where's the done button before I hit the wrong button? Hey, do y'all see, like, done? The Railway Museum. We can go to York. I'm so scared right now. How do I say, like, good job, I'm done now? Is it this button? I'm so scared. No, I don't want Canva Assistant. Okay. That's awful. That's truly heinous, and I hate it. Please, someone tell Mr. Canva that was awful. Okay, nice. That's the same size. He is missing legs, but I'll just put someone over his legs so you won't notice. Okay, copy image. And then I paste the image. Who needs legs? Listen, it's fine if Canva wants an update, but they should freaking let me know. Yeah. It's scary. Hey, where did he go? Oh my God. Did y'all see him disappear? They literally are trying to give me a heart attack. Perfect. Now no one will even notice that he doesn't have legs. How would they know? Okay, last one. He's playing hide. Why can't I talk good? He's playing hide and seek. He could be. The Junimos are really so cute. All right. That's about right. Nice. Now this red guy doesn't have a black outline. He has like a brown one. Do you think anyone will notice? Okay, there's a Christmas one. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Maybe he really looks like that. How the fuck would I know? They're really small on my screen. Is there yellow? Maybe I'll get rid of the red one and put yellow instead. Since he has a weird little brown outline. If I flip him, you think he'll be any different? His little guy goes the other way. That's it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, get it together, man. All right. I think that's good. He's honing his craft. Good morning. The Junimos are literally so cute. Okay, I'm going to delete this page. Copy this. Now, slightly different. I'm going to leave this. Oh, man, I meant to delete this guy. Get out of here. And this one. I'm going to make chat slightly smaller. I'm going to bring this guy up and smaller. And then all I'm going to do is make a spot to put our little heads. And I think this will be gameplay. Right? Like, I don't think it needs to be that different. I'm going to London this week. Did you know they haven't done a time change? And I internally was like, I do know that. They haven't, but they will soon, right? Because they still do it over there. It's just at a different time. By running into the kitchen screaming. Okay, they want to help cook. They are a chef. Maybe I do want this bigger. And then Lost for Life. I don't even fucking know how that song goes. Why is it stuck in my head? Right? Like, I don't think it needs to be that different. Hello, Dwake. Dwake, you missed it. We just talked for a long time about European money. And the Queen. Oh, I actually do have a question for... Really, I guess it's really for everyone. So, where I'm from in Alabama, there's, like, two, like, staple field trips that happen. In the 4th grade, you go to the capital, which is Birmingham. Montgomery. Why did I lie? You go to Montgomery in the 4th grade. You go to the state, like, capitol building. You, like, see the governor's stuff. It's, like, a big deal. And you go in the 4th grade across, like, all of the schools. And then the other big staple one is usually like your senior year. There's like a group of people who go to Washington, D.C., which is the country's capital. But it's like really expensive and not everyone goes. In your state, if you live in the U.S., did y'all do that? Secondly, if you're in like the UK, is there like a staple field trip where like you guys go to Buckingham Palace on like a school field trip? We had field trips pretty much every year my school's year. We did that in Michigan too. I'm super curious. Hello, welcome. The district I grew up in, Northern Illinois, didn't allow us to drive over an hour. What? Of my state or DC. Grew up in Southern MD. Every field trip was to DC. Went to Opryland every year, and we went to Dollywood. Just went to camp. What? My parents didn't do the DC one because we were going to do a family trip. DC is, if you're in the US, DC is a really cool vacation to go on because it's like 90% museums and they're all free because your taxes pay for them. So you're really only paying for like a hotel and food. And then you can still be busy every day doing stuff. 4th grade to go to a swamp and in 8th grade to go to DC. I went to DC in the 8th grade and then also my senior year because we did like a band thing in 8th grade. 4th grade in California, we go to a California mission. It was a middle school trip to go to DC. I did do a DC trip, but it was for choir band. Yeah, same. We did go to the ROM, though. ROM. Really old museum. Regular old Monday. I'm in England. We did the classic London trip to the Natural History Museum, Buckingham Palace, House of Parliament, and then to see a West End show. That's fun. In Washington, I went to the Capitol, Olympia, not DC, in 5th grade. Every other year was outside learning about the environment. Royal Ontario Museum. It just seems like, can you imagine taking freaking 4th graders? Or what is that, year 5 students? To the freaking Buckingham Palace? Do they behave? Like, I wouldn't. If you had taken me to Buckingham Palace, I would have been like, where the hell is, where's your emissary to Genovia? I would like to meet the Queen. I went one year in my house when we happened to walk by it without originally meaning to. And Universal, different years. My secondary school was music specialist school, so we did a tour in Europe. Oh my God. My high school never did big year-wide trips. Specific ones that related to the subject. I'm often going abroad, so I never went. We did a free trip to the Nutcracker Ballet and one of those drive-through zoos. And, so I feel like I went on a field trip, at least one field trip every year. We also, definitely illegally, when my junior and senior year, we would go on, these, trips in, as, a choir, and, we would just show up, and they'd be like, we're going on a field trip today. No permission slips. No, nothing. They were super last-minute field trips, and I literally, I'm not exaggerating, probably went on, 10 or 15 like that were only, a few hours long. A ski trip to France. My partner went to school in Edinburgh, and they went to different places for day trips every year. The castle, the zoo, Hollywood Palace. That's so bad. They totally, yeah. And we would joke and we'd be like, this is kidnapping. And they'd be like, you can stay here if you want. And I'd be like, fuck no. Because we get to miss at least two blocks, two classes. And then we'd usually also get food. So we just never told anyone. And it was fine. Because there was only 12 people in our our fancy choir. So we could go in a van essentially that the school had. They did that with marching band. I was on the drum line too, and they definitely we went on quite a few field trips that we really were not supposed to go on. Do you still need permission slip in high school if it's not overnight? I don't know. I think so, because you're still under 18. Right? Like, you're not... I would think. Because it's still not on school property. I just got dungarees. Oh, aren't they so cute? I love them. We needed them. Yeah, we still needed them, I'm pretty sure. We just didn't have them, that's for sure. But again, I wasn't going to tell. Also, who was? Then we'd stop going on random field trips in the middle of the day. I went to a big science center and they had godforsaken IMAX. I love the IMAX. We have this thing in Mobile called the Explorium. Most, I feel like, cities have them. They have one in Portland called OMSI. It's the same kind of thing. It's like, you know, a lot of kids go on like a one-day field trip. It's like very like hands-on, like science phenomenon things that you've never like seen before because you're young. And then there's usually an IMAX. And it's the best. I love shit like that. I went to OMSI like one of the first times I visited Phoebe, and I don't think we've been back since. But I love stuff like that. We definitely went to like Jeff City with no permission slips. The only other things I saw on IMAX were like educational films. So they were like, I don't know, like a documentary about sharks or whatever. My school went on a snorkeling trip to the Keys, to Key West, in the eyes of science. I would love summer camp at OMSI. They do have adult OMSI nights. We have seen that. All right, this is looking good. Let's see. I'm just going to make this... Should I space it out more? And it's still typewriter. Nice. This is the BRB screen, I think. At the daycare, we have permission slips that last the whole year, up to a certain distance. Oh, okay. Interesting. History of space one day, and then an asteroid would destroy the Earth in a billion years, and I turned to her, just tears streaming down my face. Yeah, it's terrifying. Out here, they learn about, like, this really big earthquake that's, like, overdue, essentially, I think. Phoebe will tell you about it, I'm sure. And I was like, you should not tell elementary school kids about that. They're going to be so stressed out. Why would you tell them that? That's so scary. Okay. I'm loving this. I'm trying to think of what else we could possibly need. I mean, I guess we need a goodbye screen. What's it look like when you turn off Stardew Valley? I want, like, night. I want Night Valley. Science museums with an earthquake simulator? Yeah, the sizing on the dungarees is really strange. Once you figure out your size, it's super easy to like stick to that. But I feel like the first time you order them, you're like, okay, so this is not what I expected. But now, like, I know exactly what to order. But it is, yeah, it's a learning curve. And sometimes I get comfort of my mother, I'll admit it. My mom was a big chaperoner. Now, she wasn't very good, but she was really big into doing it. Her science sister, and it's been there since. Before we had regular earthquakes. It's a lot less exciting now. We have like a hurricane simulator at the one in Mobile, which makes sense because we get hurricanes. It's not anything like a real hurricane, though. It's more like a bunch of fans pointed at you, because that's what it is. Yeah, so like according to Luciniac's size chart, I should be ordering... I normally wear like a 24 in the US. According to their size chart, I think they want me to order like a 28 or a 30, and I'd order a 26. And those fit me right. Like, at least the way that I want them. And I still want them to be tighter than they want them to be. It is like, it's strange. If you can find anyone in your area who's ordered Lucy and Yak who's about the same size as you, it helps a lot to try theirs on. But yeah. Hey, who is this? Who is that? So, no. In UK sizing, I would be, like, in every other store, I probably would be a UK 26. But the way that, hang on, I can pull it up. The way that Lucy and Yak's sizing chart works is that they want you, let me see, dungarees. Let's do Easton. Sure. They want you to look at, here's their size chart. Okay, sure. Open, please. Hey. Let me have the size chart. Why won't it open? View page source. Why won't it open? I also bought a pair of the corduroy pants. They fit great. Oh, it could be the cut then. Okay, let's see. Shop. Maybe I can find it. No, I want the size chart. Oh my so god. Please. I'm gonna park and scroll to my screen. Yeah, tailoring is a good option. Okay, maybe it'll work now, magically. Maybe it's this dungaree? Let's find a different one. Okay, whatever. So here's your US sizing. So like I am normally a 24. So this says that my UK sizing should be a 28. But if I'm reading this measurement, I'm like between these two. Actually, I'm really between these two. So like I should be wearing a 28 or a 30, but I ordered a 26 and they're exactly what I want. But it's because it says this garment design is a slouchy fit. If you'd like a closer fit, please size down. All size charts are the skin measurements that the garment is designed to fit, not the measurements of the actual garment, which is super confusing because everywhere else in the world, if you're looking at like a size chart, it's the size of the garment. That's why it's so confusing. But anyway, because it's got to jive with your waist and legs, but also your torso. Yeah. But hang on. Where are the ones that I really want? I want these so bad. They sold out too fast, so I didn't get any. But they're literally so cute. With a large, extra large, etc. And mine are bigger than what they need to be. Yeah. Yeah, it's just about figuring out what works for you. This one says temporarily out of service. Who is that? Oh, that makes sense, Miranda. Yeah. Okay, I need like a nighttime picture. Let me think. could be an otter. Oh, absolutely. There's also like Lucy and Yak exclusive like exchange pages on like Facebook. I'm not hey, nice. I'm not a member of any of them, but you can be. There's also ones for Selkie. Let's see. None of these are what I'm looking for. I want like the regular valley, but I want it at nighttime. Give me night valley. Give me nighttime valley. Please. I'm not over this little man who was being strange and weird. Is this lightning? Oh, it's a lightning rod. That makes sense. Scared me. That's fair. Could you go into the game because you want to screenshot it and send it to yourself? No, I definitely could. That might end up be what we do. Because I have to play until at least nighttime. I think the thing is though, like where I got this, like this is the opening screen. So it's not like an actual place you can get to in the game. So I don't know if it's possible. I wonder if I type it in with like beach, if it'll... Okay, who's here? Dang, it's too small. Be bigger. How do I do... Yeah, what's more? Oh, no. Tools. Size. Large. Let's see. Nighttime beach. Give me the beach at nighttime. Nobody wants to. Wait, should it be Krobus? Stardew Valley, like, under... I want, like, Krobus. Like, I want his, like, house. Oh, is it with a K? Oh, my God. Here's him dressed as a bride. Look at him. He's literally the cutesiest. This is really cute. I could take it and make it say, like, thanks for being here. I want him smiling, though. He's literally so cute. He's the best part for sure. He's precious. A lovely young man. Oh my God, this is a horrible photo. I'm not friends enough with him for me to just recreate this. Okay, what if I take this? Hold on, I'm onto something here. Fine leather goods. Okay, nice. Now, I'm also going to take the one where he's smiling because it's his birthday. Where did that one go? Come here. Let's edit this photo. He should be dateable. He's so cute. He's a precious young man. Okay, here we go. I'm so scared right now. Oh, wait, can I just crop it? I think I can do that, actually. Yep. Yeah, I definitely can. I'm so scared right now. Okay, wait, hang on. I should have not erased anything. There are dozens of us. I love him. He's literally so cute. Are you kidding me? You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me he's not the cutesiest? Oh man, okay. How's that? Is it super noticeable that it's not from the same? I feel like if you didn't know, you probably wouldn't really be able to tell. Or should I... Hang on. Let me just make it small enough that it's just his picture. And then just paste over the picture part. And I can make it slightly bigger. Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, now I want to change his words here. I can do that for sure. And I will figure it out. Now, could I just do... Now, really and truly, if you didn't know that I just did that, do you think you'd be able to tell? No, but the bottom has the X is the only thing. I wonder if I can find, like, hang on, like blank. Blank text box. Ha ha ha. Fools. Okay, it's not very good. Can I find a better one? Let's try to find a better one. Is this better quality? No, it's bad. Oh, this will be fine. Perfect. Ha 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 ha. Fools once again. They do not realize I am a genius. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that. Hee 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 hee. Now I can make him say whatever I want. Okay, what's the name of this font? I forgot again. Perfect. Drag it down here, please. And let's pick, make sure it's exactly the same. Okay, nice. Oh, this needs to be this away. Okay, is this the one where I can't have any capital letters? Fuck. We do not have thunderstorms in the forecast today. Not as far as I know. That would be amazing, though. I used to like pimento cheese. I haven't had it in a long time. I was actually thinking about it literally yesterday, though. Why can't I have capital letters? That's infuriating. I typed in Paizel, which is not a word. That probably is fine. I don't want one that's all caps either. Oh, this looks good. Dun, dun, dun. Because a lot of people don't know what it is up here. Yeah, it's not very popular up here. I love to spread. What can I say? No, literally. They said all caps or no caps. Okay, this isn't perfect, but I think it'll work. I need the letters to be closer together, though. There we go. I think that's perfect. The font is too big, but I can fix that in a second. Nice, okay. There's that. I feel like maybe it should be a little bit further apart. Can I get bold? Sure can't. Perfect. That would be stupid. That would be so silly. I don't like clicky sounds of the keyboard. I fucking love this keyboard. We got it for Christmas from Han and Jacob, and I'm literally in love with it. All right. I feel like that's good. Well, we should make this typewriter probably. Oh, it already is. I'm a nurse and can confirm that Coke counts. Please drink some water, children. Okay, should I say something else? What about, like, you deserve a life full of adventures? Peace and adventures? New desk chair. My little win is that Krobus is smiling, and he looks so happy right now. Now I just have to put it together. That will take at least 6 business days. Whew. No. That sounds fun. I was thinking about playing a little to the left after we finish this. I don't know, though. I don't know. I might just wrap up. Phoebe? I might wrap up and go with them on their errands. Unless they've already left. Which is very possible. Oh, I don't think they did. Okay, I think this is cute. The story of the game follows an indigenous Polynesian girl. What's really cool is you can take the part of the animals around you. That is really fun. Maybe peace and love. It's not anything Krobus would say, but it wasn't before. So, all right. And I know this font's kind of hard to read, but it's the closest I can find to the Stardew Valley font. Oh, what about this? Oh, that's way worse. So is that. Boo. No, so bad. Yeah, no, that's gonna be the best one. I do think it should be like the slightest bit darker. I know it would technically be the wrong color, but... Let's make it the tiniest bit bigger. Alright, I mean, I think it's fine. Croc individual Stardew letters and paste them together like a ransom note. I could. I won't. I won't do it, but I could. Okay, this is our starting soon. This is our BRB. Should I make B right back? Oh no, I made these all lowercase too. Okay. This is chatting. And then this will be gameplay. And then this is the goodbye.
What did you need, Brenda?
Are you about to leave?
Yeah.
I finished this. I could end and go with you.
Oh, that'd be great.
Unless you want to go by yourself.
No, I think it'd be fun.
No. Does Graham want to meet all of her fans?
No, I don't think so. Graham's shy.
Graham's shy.
I can ask her, but I don't think she wants to.
Did y'all want to meet Graham?
Morgan wants to know if you want to meet our friends, but you don't have to. It's a cute outfit.
Graham, you look cute.
You going?
Yeah, come on. I will say hi. Graham will say hi.
Hello. Everyone get excited. Be on your best behavior.
No. Hi.
You're so cute, Graham. Graham reveal. This is all of them.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They're over there saying hello.
Good
There's
morning,
99
everyone.
people who can see us right now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy?
Hope it doesn't break anybody's screen.
No, you're perfect
No.
and you're beautiful.
You're so cute.
Graham is very cute and is the reason the Morgan's ending stream, so she can hang out with
No.
us.
Yeah, we're gonna go get some paint.
Yeah. Have a great day, everybody.
Okay. Graham says please drink water.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I love you, everyone. Goodbye.
Oh.